everybody. Let's make some faces. So first you need to think about the head, like roughly I'm making something like that, and like you place the neck. So it's basically like a rectangular piece. Here I start molding it. The first thing I'm putting is always ears. Why? Because our eyes are on this line, and where it ends, this is a definition of the nose. And basically you need to decide about what is your center point. The center point needs to be in the middle here, because she is going to look just over me. The directions are very important when you mold it. First, I'm making some completely basic shape. Don't forget that there's a head here. And like maybe I want to have some definition. Here, how you draw the jaw is the direction. I come from here to here, like this direction. I have to come from here, the same direction. And then I'm blending it. If you try to draw completely one way, you are going to have most probably a crooked chin. So after that, I'm going to place my eyes. Here, eyes are going to look this direction. Okay, so I'm making the tip a little bit higher, and I'm always making the lid. Then the eyebrows should be starting a little bit off the eye, and of course every time there are different fashions about the eyebrows, but I never draw it like with one line. You need to feel as if you are brushing it, but if you make the lines separate, then you are going to have a bushy eyebrows. If you make it higher, then you have an angry face. If you make it lower, then you have a sad face. So the placement of it is very important. Now I'm working on the first part. Okay, so as you can see, this is the center point, so I can place. Here, this should be the ending of my nose. I don't need to make this line, because if I make it, if it is frontal, you just will need to have some very light shadows. Otherwise you look, your girl look like a man. So basically what I do is making nostrils like this. This is enough. And just to show the beginning of the eye. Of course, you can make something like a line for you to understand it, but never, I'm just making it before I started. Here, this amount, if I divide it into two, it's going to be look like that. Always place the lips midpoint a little bit higher than the half of this chin. Otherwise, you are going to make her look either like a monkey or like a man. So if you want her to smile, make this line slightly higher. Now she's smiling. Basically, you don't need to make the whole line here. If you just make a soft line like that, it's going to be enough. If you want fuller lips, I never draw with one line, as you can realize. I always make it slowly, and here generally you have something like that. Here she has a big chin. If you want to get rid of that big chin, you can make corrections. The proportions are so important in human face that it's going to make your girl look either beautiful or ugly. So whatever you have here, you need to duplicate here, and whatever you have here, you need to duplicate here. So, and the direction should be coming from this side, and now I have to make it. This is the tricky part. This side is always more difficult for the right-handers. For the left-handers, this part will be the most difficult one. But the lines should be same placement, and the bigness should be same, and where they start should be the same. Then the eyebrows, if I make a line, you see that they should be also the same size and the same placement. For example, here I have something like here, so I think I need to make it a little bit bigger. Now it looks better, right? Here is the trick. If you want her eyes look at the same place, then how much you put here, make it here. And how much is here should be reflected here. And it is the same. Here, look the difference. Now they are both looking at the same place. Here I can get rid of all the unnecessary things, and you can see it much better. I'm taking the extraness. Here. What change you make should be reflected in the same manner on the other side. Here, there is always some hairline. Like, according to the hair you want. Now we can make the hair. I think she looks more like a ballerina, so I'm going to make her have a very straightforward thing. And with different power for my pencil, I'm shaping it. This part always needs to be darker because it is behind. And here I made a little bit crooked line, I know, because I want it to look natural, but what I do now is the important one. I come and go, I come and go. And I brush. It should have a natural flow. And maybe I can make some blending. Here now, you are going to realize that if you place the light and shadow on a correct place, then it's going to be a shiny hair. Always put some darkness over the chin. The reason is It's behind. There's always some shadow. Now, when I place a little bit of light and shadow, see how it's going to change the shape of it. So, for example, if you want to do some light and shadow, do a very soft one. Now, she looks as if she didn't sleep it at all. So yeah, we can remove these very easy. But if there was some line here, then it would be complicating things. So I'm making just a basic, very basic shadow. Like here, there's the chin. If there's some cheekbones, they generally come like that. And here around the face, there's always some shadows. As you see, with every shadow layer, it becomes more realistic. Here, I'm going to make it darker because of the definition I'm asking for. Here, I can make it. Now, if you have even the biggest eyelashes, it's not going to look more than like this. So just add some and don't overdo it. Otherwise, she looks like a puppy or a doll. I'm adjusting according to the overall light and shadow I'm going to place. Yeah, why not? Look, when you make it like that, now she is not correct. That's why you need to be very careful, especially about the eye. Now she looks different. Now she has different face. So yes, light and shadow is very important. If you want to make it bigger, just be careful. Here, if I want to put some light and shadow to the lips, please note that these lines are coming like that and these lines are going to come like that. I'm exaggerating for you to see and understand better. I'm always placing some darkness here, and if I make like that, I need to make here even more darker for the equilibrium. Now she has her lipstick she looks as if she has some lipsticks, right? Maybe I should be thinking about here. If I want to change her hair, like now I'm elongating it. You have to note that you have to put the lines into pieces and then work with it. Like here, I'm going to make this part totally dark. I can use some darkness here, because this is the very deep part. Here, maybe she has really long hair. But I always show a little bit of the ear, because otherwise she looks as if she's not natural. As you see, I'm just moving my line. Like here, I'm planning to have some ornaments. That's why I make it flat here. Make it over it. And always have some loose ends, but your movement should be like this. Now she looks more classical. According to the depth you apply, you need to remake some shadows. And like this won't be natural, because generally speaking, if the hair is long, it's going to have some extra here. Even this one is not very correct, because when one tress goes like that, the other one can come like that, okay, but still we need to show which one in front, which one at the back. But we are going to go for the hair in other classes. Now I think I need some adjustments like that. And sometimes when you sit, you can see things in a different angle, so that you need to get up and fix it.